Good morning, students. So, today I would continue the data structure part. Last day we have seen the stack data structure. I'm just revising that portion. Stack is actually a last in, first out data structure. And as you all know that stack is used for storing data in a last in first out manner. That means the lastly entered data will be deleted first. Okay, so here we have seen the insertion and deletion in a stack, and that is called insertion is called the push operation and deletion is called the pop operation. Okay, and we have also seen the portion in which a diagram in which it is showing how to push elements and how to pop or delete items from a stack. So, and an example program we have seen. I'll come to the program, but before that let us discuss some of the application of stack. Here it is very important: expression evaluation, expression conversion, syntax parsing, backtracking, parenthesis checking, string reversal, and function calling. In all these applications, stack will be used. So you must know this data structure very minutely. Moreover, we will use list as stack in Python. Okay, and as you have seen, we have already discussed the list functions. So while developing stack using list, we will use the append function and the pop function of list, because these are completely list function. Okay, and you can add an element into a list very easily by using the append function. So when we are pushing the element into the stack, we will use the list append function, and when we are interested in deleting the stack from the deleting an element from the stack, we will use pop method of list function, list in Python. Okay, so I have seen these things. We have already discussed this portion, and come to one small program of a complete stack thing. I have showing you this program already, but still I am going to discuss this once more in PyDroid. If you are interested, you have to do the practicals of data structure on your own. So this is the PyDroid program we have already written, and some of the students have already shown this. And most of you have not yet shown me the stack program. I would like to call them, and please show me the stack program as soon as possible. Okay, so this is the stack program. If you can see here, a class is developed under which we are writing the all the functions. So first of all, a class is developed in stack, and then we are writing the functions. First function is a constructor function inside class, in which the items list will be created, and second function is empty function that check whether the list is empty or not. It will give you true value in case of items list is blank. If it is empty, then it is returning you the true value. Then we have push function, pop function. Push is entering data into it, and already I have told you that we'll use the append method of push function. And then we have the pop function, and this completes your stack structure. And I'm coming to the main part of this program, that is we are defining a stack and stack object S, and till it is not breaking, while true, जब तक ये true है तब तक, till the time it is true, we are creating a menu 1, 2 and 3. 1 is for push, and 2 is for pop, and 3 is for quit. I wish one more option over here for printing the whole stack. So if you can add that, that will be much better, or in subsequent classes I'll show you. So do choose a number. If it is equal to 1, then in that case you have to take a number from the user that is to be pushed into the stack, and then simply call the push function. If the option is 2, in that case you have to first check that whether the stack is empty. If the stack is empty, there is no point of deleting item from into it, so we'll print a message that stack is empty. Otherwise we'll pop a value from it. Just calling the function, you'll do this. And if the case is 3, in that case you have to break the loop, that's all. So for exiting you have to press 3, okay, and that will call the break statement in return. So you have seen this program. Please run this and show me the output. Okay, coming to the next part, the queue data structure. Again, queue is a data structure, but it differs from, it is another data structure, but it differs from the previous one, stack, by the technique it will use the enter the data. So it is a first in first out data structure. If you can see this queue in our general life, actually queue is say your assembly line is a queue, because असेंबली लाइन में तुम लोग जहाँ लगते हो, लाइक जो पहले जो जितना लेट आता है वो जाकर पीछे लगता जाता है ना, और वो जब क्लास में जाने की बात होती है तब क्लास में सबसे पहले कौन जा पाता है, जो पहले आया था वही क्लास में जा पाता है, बिकॉज वो सबसे सामने लगा हुआ है. सो इट इज़ सिंपली अ फर्स्ट इन फर्स्ट आउट स्ट्रक्चर. ओके, सी हियर द डायग्राम. We are entering, and see here two things are shown. Front, this is the front part, and this is the rear part or back part of your queue. Okay, and here if you will see, from the back part entry will be done. From the back part entry will be done. A new element can be entered inside a queue from the back or rear part, and always the element will be out or deleted from the front part. So actually here two pointers are working, front and rear. So from the front part deletion will take place, and from the back part insertion will take place. And this definition you have to create by using a program. Let us see how. So please note down, queue is a first in first out data structure, FIFO data structure, first in first out. Okay, and please draw this diagram in your exercise book. And inserting data in a queue is always called NQ, and deleting data from a queue is called DQ. Inserting data from a queue is called NQ, and deleting data from a queue is called DQ. Please note it down in your copy. Now we'll see some applications of queue. Please note down. Synchronization. The term synchronization must be known to you. Suppose you are creating a document and keep it inside the Google Drive. Okay, now the document that is created in a manner, say suppose firstly you have created document 1 or document A, it will be synchronized first, and then you have created document B and it will be synchronized in the second type, and so on. So it is an example of queue. Similarly, we have scheduling. I have told you about operating system scheduling methods. For example, first come first serve, shortest job first, etc. algorithms. So operating system will schedule its work for resources that are to be used by the multiple consumers. So for the scheduling algorithm, this type of queue data structure will be used. For searching, for different types of searching mechanism, queue will be used. Then interrupt handling, whatever interrupts are coming through the programs or the operating system, that type of handling will be done by the operating system, handled by the operating system using the data structure queue. So these are few applications of queue. So what is the need of understanding the queue data structure? So that you can understand the algorithms of operating system used in your system. There is a syllabus of operating system designing. I'll show that. So that is a part of your exam. BTech syllabus. So application of queues will be used over there. And then we have we'll use again list as queue, because list we have already seen, and we have done this in your in your class 11 syllabus, and then we have just brushed up the whole portion of list a few days back. So it will be better to use the list data structure for implementing queue in Python. Okay, and here also again we will use the function insert for inserting in a queue. It is a list function. We'll use this for inserting data into the list, or that is going to be implemented in queue. And then the pop operation to delete from the queue. Okay, so again I would like to remind you that you must be very much clear about this. Insertion will be take place from the back side of the queue, back or rear side of the queue, and from the front side it will the elements will be deleted. Okay, so every time you have to remember this. Here in stack, what was happening in stack, the insertion and deletion part was done from one end only. Okay, only the upper part, or you can say top part of the stack, and the other end is closed. Okay, so you must be very much careful about it. So in stack, the one end is closed and other end is opened. From that open end or the top end, you can say, the insertion and deletion will take place. But in case of queue, queue data structure, there are two ends that are opened. Okay, from the back end insertion will take place, and from the front end deletion will take place. You have to understand this thing. So I'm coming to the next part. That is the queue program. A small program I have written over here, but the complete program will write in the next I'll discuss in the next class. Please copy this program in your editor and try to run this and show me the output. Okay, for today I'm stopping over here. In the next day we will again discuss the programming part of queue. Till then, you have to be very much careful at your house. Please stay at home and be safe. And please show me your classwork copy. Most of you are not doing this, but I want the classwork copy to be submitted very soon. Okay, and in the summer vacation we will do the classes. Okay, we'll continue the classes because your syllabus is backlogging. Okay, I don't want to keep any of the syllabus backlog. That's why I will take classes on summer vacation. Be ready for that. And I want to be with you so that the projects can be given to you, and I'll help you in the practical also, because practical copy and projects are part of your board examination. Okay, these are board examination document. I want that you should be working into it. You must start your working in your project and practicals. Both are the very important resources of your examination. These are examination documents. Please be careful while preparing them. Thank you very much. Stay safe at home. Thank you.